here we have it right here. We are jumping right into game number 6. This is Hard On You's monster player, Dat Newt, versus...
We just kind of had to break this other...
Versus Eyes on You's Hunter team.
Versus Eyes on You's Hunter team. Thank you for filling in right there, Aurora. Just had to mute them real quick. All right, let's kill the music and let's get ready for what could be the 6th and final game of the tournament. Hard On You currently leads 3-2. If they take another win here with their monster, Dat Newt, then they will gain a 4-game win. And they will win the series today for their, what is this, the 5th ESL or the 6th ESL Evolve tournament that they've won?
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, they, seems like they just do a lot of winning in ESL lately.
Like Charlie Sheen, here, there, everywhere, winning.
Like Charlie Sheen, that's right. Hard On You, winning.
The Charlie Sheen of the Evolve competitive scene.
Yeah. All right, and here we go. Jumping into game number 6 right now on Refueling Tower. Once again, this is the other side of the series that we have not had a chance to cast just yet. This is Dat Newt, the monster player for Hard On You, versus Eyes on You's Hunter team. Their picks have already been set. Once again, this is on Refueling Tower. And Eyes on You must eke out a win here today if they want to tie the series up. If Dat Newt wins, then Hard On You wins the entire series.
I predict Kraken, Kyra Hank, Griffin, Markov.
Based on the teams playing and the picks that we've seen in ESLs so far to date, something tells me you're probably right.
Yeah, well, they change. I think they like using Griffin over Maggie, and HOY likes using Maggie. They've always liked using Maggie, and 4-stacking on Maggie.
Yeah. Yeah, and 4-stacking on Maggie. They have had some decent splits earlier today, though. It seems like they have been deviating from that traditional setup.
Yeah, I don't think they always 4-stack, but like when they're going across the map, it makes sense with the Excel field, but they seem to do it a lot more than... No, whoa, Maggie? What?
What's that? Eyes on You, playing basically the same team comp as Hard On You. Interestingly enough, both teams sound almost exactly the same when you say them, Hard On You and Eyes on You. And no surprise, both teams from Europe, both two groups of phenomenal players, and both of them having tournament wins under their belt.
Yep.
And it's nice to see just how far along Eyes on You actually has come as a team. They've had a slight roster change, mixed things up a little bit, and they now have time to actually practice together. Whereas previously, they never had time to practice, and they were still consistently placing in the top 4 week after week after week.
Yep, seems a lot of teams that I've talked to have always, or almost every single one has had some form of drama, cheesecake drama. Half a drama, twice a drama. Yeah, at one point or another. They got their roster sorted out, and they're looking very healthy and strong, and consistent. And I like using that word, consistent. It means you're doing something that you believe is correct.
All right, and here we go. It looks like everyone is locked in. Whoops, what is that right there? Somehow picked up on some freaking out Aurora Symphony webcam right there.
It's me again.
All right, and here we go. In game right now.
So it'll be interesting to see how many civvies he eats right here. That's what I always like seeing. Or 0. Or he eats none. And those traversal cancels, that's kind of odd.
Now, talk about that for a minute, the traversal cancels.
Yeah, so with Kraken, I believe you get a speed boost that if you're trying to reach a location that is a short distance away from you, I think the fastest way to get there is to use a traversal, then hold crouch and go back down onto the ground and then use another traversal and repeat that. I think that covers more distance or faster in a short distance. But if you're going for a long distance, I think holding the glide for a bit is better.
Right.
Keeping yourself afloat because you're about, I don't know, it's quite a bit faster than just the normal run speed on the ground for Kraken if you're gliding around. So if you have the traversals to spare and like are trying to get to food or a certain location and it's not that far away, I think it's faster to do that. Just use the traversal boosts.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Let's quickly cover the players here since we have not covered this side of the series so far. For Hard On You, playing the monster as Kraken, we have Datnewt, and jumping to Eyes On You's Hunter team right here on Assault, we have Wibaki playing Markov. For Medic, we have Weslington playing the Kyra. For support, we have Binges playing Hank. And as Trapper, we have Mazel playing Maggie. And it looks like the chase is on right here. Datnewt quickly ducking away. And you know, having rain this early is really unfortunate for the Hunter team. This map, it is so hard to track a monster under heavy rain.
Yeah, at least with the first combat engagement, or at least that's what the game deems a first combat engagement to be. I believe it's initiating that 70 meter or less first damage from the hunters onto the monster. You get that HUD pop up where it gives you that triangle. It shows you exactly where the monster is, and it follows for about like 15 seconds or so, maybe a bit longer.
All right, and he gets the sneak pounce on Binges right here. Binges all alone, taken down to half health. He's going to stay in the fight and continue to try and focus him down. Very interesting. And then now he's just going to back off. Yeah, he sees the Trapper coming in. He does not want to get caught in a stage 1 dome. That would be very, very bad. A very risky play right here in this deciding 6th game.
Well, it's... If he has a damage mitigation like area, some kind of column that he can go around that's like large enough, it's not that big. But the big deal here though is that that dome right there would have been like central, and the best place for him to go would be like over here in the caves, which could end up being okay. But like if they're running reload, he's not going to be able to get that much further before he gets domed again.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to get the dome right here, stage 2. Mazel throws the dome down. Newt still not even out of his evolved cocoon just yet. Look at that right there. Kraken raising those wings up high, signaling the end of his cocoon right there. 3 in Lightning Strike, 2 in Banshee, and 1 in Vortex for his stage 2 picks.
So this dome location, or this fight location for Kraken is brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a rough spot. He has very, very little space to run. And, you know, this dome is very, very well placed. There's really no loops for him. He is stuck out in the open or in a dead-end corner. And they should be able to dish out maximum damage here. What do you think? At this point, he just tries to use Vortex to fend off as much assault damage as possible, right?
Yeah, it's hard. You can't... There's not too terribly much you can do. You can use traversals to get on the other side of the building and then just try to stay low and try to maximize the area that the Vortex can possibly hit hunters and push them away. But yeah, it's a bit hard.
Look at this right here. We have an invisible Kraken.
Wow.
An invisible Kraken. I wonder if the players are seeing this too. And switching to another perspective doesn't actually fix it. Wow, he is completely invisible. That is better than a support's cloak right there. You know, if this Kraken stopped attacking, you wouldn't be able to see him at all. And it's not like hunters can sniff out footprints either. So he could just sneak. Although, you know, Daisy could probably smell an invisible Kraken. What do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah, I think this is probably just a on the surface bug.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that the Hunter team can see him. Otherwise, they would have called for a restart already. You know, it'd be hilarious, though, if Dat Newt couldn't see himself.
I think I've actually heard of this bug in observer mode, so...
Oh, really? Okay. I have
think
yet to
so.
see it. I've cast, I don't even know how many games in observer mode, and this is the first time I am ever seeing this. It's pretty hilarious, though. Anytime he moves, you can see that vague outline, but, all right. Well, we will do what we can with what we have here. Looks like they are going to have to try to cut him off. I love where Mazel is standing right now. Great spot to move in either direction, but you know what? Once again, a large rock formation like that allows Dat Newt to bait the Trapper in one direction and then quickly duck the other way. Dat Newt, still an invisible Kraken with a cloaking device.
Yeah.
And quickly takes him into the air, but he is domed! What happens when you dome an invisible Kraken? Alright, and Weebaki now coming in, looking to get some damage. Dat Newt, still under the cover of observer mode invisibility, saying, you know what, no, I don't want my games to be watched. I am going to go invisible. At least we can see his armor and health being slowly whittled down. People are telling me to reconnect to the lobby. I don't want to cause lag right now. We may try it after this dome is up, once the chase is back on again. Great orbital right there. Dat Newt, the invisible Kraken, down to almost half life. Keep in mind, folks, this is supposedly just an observer mode bug, so the hunters and monster can see themselves just fine. And Dat Newt escaping under the cover of epic Kraken invisibility. What do you think? Should we try disconnect, reconnect?
I suppose so. Kind of feel bad.
They're saying it's a client texture bug. You know, we can try tabbing out real quick and then tabbing back in. Maybe that will fix it. No, it does not. Yeah, I don't want to disrupt their gameplay. I think we can all make do with an invisible Kraken. You know what though? Hold on. Wow, now everybody is invisible. What is going on today in this 6th game of the Go4Evolve Sunday Cup number 7 finals? This could be it. We have everybody turning invisible for a brief moment. Oh, and they're all invisible again. This is just too much to handle. 4-on-1, 4v1 invisibility action. I don't even know what to say. Dat Newt does dodge that dome, though. Wow. So an invisible Kraken beats out 4 invisible hunters. You saw it here first, folks. All right, and the Vortex into Lightning Strike on Binges. We will just pretend we're in a first-person monster mode right now. He drops down low, auto-attacking Weslington, but the shields come in with the Lightning Strike. And he dodges the Lightning Strike yet again. Vortex knocks Weslington back. And you know, their punishing damage just isn't enough. Alright, and Dat Newt still staying on the hunters here. Rather than backing out, he still has the armor. The dome is down, but he knows he can get whatever he can right now. Might as well go for a strike or two, right? Pounces.
Perhaps.
On Weslington. The shields, though, great job keeping Weslington alive. Will he dodge this Lightning Strike, though? He does not. They drop the shields at the last moment, and Weslington takes the full force of that Lightning Strike. Lightning Gun from Weebaki, whittling down the health of Dat Newt. Dat Newt may go down here. He keeps on trying to get Weslington down, and the dome is down now. He has overcommitted much too much.
Yep.
Yeah, that is the classic monster mistake that I know I make many times myself.
You have the Kyra at like 5% or less health, perhaps, but there's a Hank on the other team, and he shields the damage. Then Kyra gets healed back up, and
can they see him though? Okay, they can. The invisible Kraken is not as OP as we thought. He will make it to the other side of the dome. Full damage mitigation here. I love seeing a Kraken do this. We can only assume his back is turned to the Hunters right now, forcing them to get many limb shots on him, dealing only 50% damage rather than that full 100%. That lightning gun, though, of course, being an AoE, does still do full damage. And look at that, down to 1 bar of health. I think we will have a 3-3 tie here, folks. It looks like they may tie it up. Right now, Datnu cannot escape, and he does go down. The invisible Kraken, not strong enough for the invisible Hunters.